Edith and Helen on 3FM 92.7. Keeping It Real with AJ, Edith, and Helen on 3FM 92.7. Keeping It Real with AJ, Edith, and Helen on 3FM.
And back at it. It is a glorious Tuesday evening. So you know what time it is. It is time for another exciting installment of Keeping It Real. My name is Helen Apia Ampofo. I'm here with the Motley crew. Today it's about to be an event, okay? It's a full house, but we do have some familiar faces. Of course, Miss Judy. Hi. She's a resident sweetheart in charge, reporting for duty.
Hello.
How's your Tuesday been?
It's been fantastic.
Oh, what has made it fantastic? Can't just tell us fantastic and not back it up.
I think it's been relaxing, not so much pressure of work. So that's been good.
I'm sure your boss will rectify that now that they know you have no stress on you. Okay, to whom it may concern.
Let's just pretend.
Also joining me in the studio, I have Stella Jima Labi, Executive Director of Youngsters and Teachers Hub, and also a teacher, but not just any teacher, okay? Not just any teacher. Not just any teacher, okay? Best national teacher. What year was it?
Last year.
2022. Round of applause, okay? Teaching, it's not an easy job. You take your stubborn boys and girls to school, and somebody has the arduous task of making sure that their lives are impacted and they become somebody. So kudos to you, Stella. What are we going with today, Stella or Jima? Which one?
Jima. I love Jima.
Okay, Mami Jima, you're welcome. Another familiar face in the building. We have MC DeSaint. He's an events MC and a public speaker, and today he's holding it down for the men. Be like we know force. We could have ratioed it a bit better.
I was coming to join 3 females. I wouldn't have been here.
Oh, you can handle it. You can handle it. And to be honest, DJ Phil is keeping you company. He'll be chipping in as and when. So we have to balance the numbers. Come on, we'll defer to you from time to time. And also I have Daphne in the studio. Hi, Daphne. Also with another sweet voice. Hi. How are we?
We're good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. We're just going to jump straight into this because last week we had part 1, okay, and we set the scene. And in fact, Jima, I know there's somebody who has broken down the semantics and the pros and cons and the do's and don'ts, giving a foundation of what a friends with benefits situation is all about. So read that out for us, and I think that should set the foundation and we can go further into the conversation. Today also we'll be opening up the phone line so that you two at home can let us know what your experience has been of friends with benefits. Last week I mentioned that I'd seen some crazy rules and regulations. I have to pass it by my panel. They need to let me know if this is too crazy or if all of these rules are within the confines of a friends with benefits situation. But Jima, take us away. When we say friends with benefits, what are we talking about?
All right. Until when I saw the topic, the first thing that came into my mind was friends with benefits. It's a no for me.
Hey.
And then I was like, okay, what a toy is it? I have a friend, I have a benefit. Then I sent it to my friends, and this is what one of them said. I'm sure he's listening. He said, a type of relationship where 2 individuals engage in a sexual relationship without having a romantic commitment or expectation of a relationship.
Okay.
It typically involves friends. And then he said, opinions on friends with benefits can vary as it depends on individual preferences and circumstances. Some people may find it enjoyable and fulfilling, while others may not. And he said, however, it's important to consider potential challenges such as emotional attachment, differing expectations, and the potential impact on the friendship. it is crucial for both individuals involved to have a mutual understanding, respect, and open communication.
I think that settles the score. I think Miss Judy MC saying that's kind of what we concluded on last time. When we talk about friends with benefits, that's what we really mean. There's no defined romantic intention, romantic boundaries, and we often find that the reason why we're even discussing this is, obviously that type of arrangement never really goes smoothly because we think one party, and we think it's the women, will often catch feelings, and that changes the whole vibe, the whole game. Daphne, I'm coming to you because you were nodding your head very furiously as teacher Jima was reading the do's and don'ts for us. Have you been in a friends with benefit situation yourself?
I haven't, but I've had like a couple of friends that have.
Get closer to.
I haven't.
Yeah.
But I have a couple of friends that have been in that kind of situation, and it always comes back crazy. They are always in tears, and I'm always the one, getting them tissues, wiping.
Oh. MC to say, talk to us. Talk to us.
Why would you be in a friends with benefit affair and come back with tears? What were you expecting?
That's the thing.
Anyone who emotionally gets so attached to the other in a friends with benefit affair isn't matured enough for that kind of relationship.
Right. I'm also very sure.
Because if you're having something like that with me, you should be matured enough. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should know what's up. There is no emotional attachment.
So is it a case that if you don't stay within the confines of the agreement and you breach that agreement, it's a sign that you are not mature enough or you were not ready
for
to get into that.
Yes.
What if, like we said last week, it starts off cool, and then some way, somehow, the more time you spend with this individual, you start to catch feelings. You even said maybe, the situation is also very pleasurable, so the lady starts to get, ideas. Where am I going to get such maybe pleasure from? They start to panic and then they want to hold on tighter. What happens in that instance? Is it as soon as you start to realize that you are getting into an emotional place, you dial it back?
Mm-hmm. Immediately I see signs, such signs, I just walk out of it.
And what are some of the signs that maybe after what try be careful?
Yes, the whole thing, you realize she's getting emotionally attached when the calls become so consistent.
Okay.
You should know your limits. You are not my girlfriend.
So you have to limit the phone calls.
Exactly. Don't care too much. I don't need you to care for me.
Then why do you engage in it in the first place?
It is a friends with benefit.
Teacher Jima, don't take out your cane, please. We beg you.
Before you engage
in the first place.
You should know the rules and regulations.
There are rules and regulations. Like if you know that you're not
into the mic for me, guys, so we can hear you.
That's why there are rules and regulations here. But if you know that you're not emotionally strong, like someone like me that I know myself, that if the moment I start spending time with you,
just all day,
when you know yourself, you just don't go into
Daphne.
The thing is, you guys are friends. You don't meet a person in the street and decide to start something. You are friends. So it starts from there. You have that bond already, right? So it's easy for you to, overstep and really fall in love.
It's never easy. We have friends and we have friends. We have friends who don't even care, but they are still friends. I mean, once a while you see them and you just...
Friends. They are just acquaintances or...
They are still friends.
No,
they are still friends.
They are not.
They are not friends. They are acquaintances.
There are people who just want
to
be
But then if you are
around.
my friend, I sit you down, we discuss this whole relationship thing. I mean, this friends with benefit thing, and you agree to it.
Yeah, but I must care about you enough to give you myself.
No, some don't even. Some just want to be adventurous and have
There
fun.
are some people that
This is being adventurous and having fun. There's nothing like you caring for me. You can't care for me. I can't even care for
I said I
myself.
care for you. Like I
don't even want you to.
But that's why the rules are there.
Exactly.
You understand? Like you,
It's just like
have to understand that
me
you
giving
don't
you a
care
business
for me.
contract
I don't care for
and
you.
you-
Okay, Daphne, I see the way you've taken your phone. You have some friends with benefit documents on there for us. Please, we're very eager to hear it. Let's hear you. What do you have for us?
All right. I actually read something earlier, and it goes like this: how is friends with benefit different from dating?
Got it.
It says generally, when you're dating someone, you have special feelings for them. So you're actually right on this. In friends with benefits scenarios, you're just friends. Friends who hang out and sometimes have sex, be intimate with each other. People who are friends with benefits may be free to date other people. They may be free to have sex with other people without being questioned. The physical stuff they do is usually no strings attached. They are not necessarily committed to each other, and they agree on that.
Okay, before you come in, Helen, the question, is friends with benefits beneficial or a distraction?
Yes,
It's a big distraction.
for whom?
To you.
No, to anybody who engages in it.
Well, to me, it's not a distraction.
It is a
So you can't speak
distraction.
for me.
Let's swing the mic to. Let's swing the mic to.
You should
MC
speak.
to
You
say.
should speak for yourself. For some of us, it's a normal norm for
Why
us.
is it not a
I'm being honest.
Now, teacher Jima, not to
'Cause-
hold brief for those that like it, though,
exactly.
but last week we put
I-
some pros and cons together, and one
Simple.
of the biggest pros was that if you know where you are, it's emotionally more responsible for you to be upfront. I'm not ready for a relationship. This is what I can offer, and these are the terms. So that maybe you're coming out of a long-term relationship, but for whatever reason you're not ready. It's a level of honesty that allows individuals to still enjoy intimacy, but in a no strings attached format. And that the hope is, once everything is settled, people can walk away and it's no hard feelings. But in reality, we know that it is far different. And that's what we want to explore, that is it worth even going into if the risks
It is.
are a
It
lot?
is. It is.
It's not. It's not. It's a no. It's a no. So Helen, listen to what somebody said. It's not.
Okay, order in the court. Order in the court.
And you're telling me that
I'm going to need the jury to settle down for me, okay? Order in the court. Order in the court. We're getting very excitable. I know, Daphne, your document is still out. Let's hear you
Right,
again.
okay. Okay. To some people, it's just a form of adventure.
Some of us.
Okay.
Yes, we have a
To some of
representative
you.
here. Yes.
But let's be for real. Sex is not just sex when we
Thank
look
you.
into the reality of it.
What
No,
happened
it's
to moral
true.
value?
They don't know we are in the 21st century.
know.
This is a new generation.
Moral values. What happens to what the Bible says?
Okay.
What happens to what the Bible
Let's
says?
have some order in the court. Let's have some order in the
It's
court.
not even about moral values.
Mm-hmm.
When a man releases in you,
Hey.
I'm so sorry.
Please, feel free.
He releases something called oxytocin,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure you've heard it. Oxytocin is the thing that draws you
It's a
guys.
feel-good
It's a
hormone.
You
Sweetheart,
always
they'll
feel
use
from the
condoms. There's
moment-
nothing like feeling.
Miss Judy said there's nothing like feel-good hormone over there. They will
Okay,
use
so wait.
protection.
What if? Well, excuse me, just a minute, please.
But it's
What if I use protection and that kind of release or whatever it is doesn't happen?
Exactly. Once-
There's nothing like attachment to any other person. We just have fun. We go our way. I protected myself. I never released anything in you.
You cannot think about you protecting yourself and just having sex and going away. Sex is sacred. Exactly. It's sacred. And so,
understand where you're coming from.
exactly, of course, you should know.
I am
And
part
so,
of I am part of the new generation, so I am okay. It's not-
okay, and so somebody,
It's okay for me.
okay, MC, it's my turn now.
Sorry.
Okay,
Class is in session, guys.
MC is talking about new generation. What are we breeding in this new generation? At the end of the day, we are going to get a group of young people who would say that, oh, let me not even think about marriage. Let me not think about settling down. I can just have one night stand, two night stands with my friends, and I'm good to go. What if they get pregnant? Is it going to result in abortion? Friends with benefits. So that benefits part, where is it going to come from?
We'll tell
You
our
g-
story.
They will tell our
That's
story.
Very interesting. Okay,
And so I'm going to end on a note that sex is sacred. God says you cannot just go around having sex. have sex with your husband and your wife.
I
Marry
mean,
and have sex.
Of course,
if you
if
want
that's
to have
your
sex.
religious orientation,
Yes.
because of course other people practice a host of different faiths. So if that is your religious
That's
orientation,
fine.
then by all means.
That's
but
fine.
not everybody
You are a full
subscribes.
Christian. You
Yeah.
believe in God. You go by what the Bible says. But even in the Bible, someone had sex when he wasn't married to the person, and
Please
it was even
enlighten us.
it was even someone's wife.
Hey.
And that same person, we are being told, was after God, exactly loved by God. So forget about that one.
So MC the same
And-
says Bible crash.
Bible no cry, these things happen in there.
Yeah.
And during your time, that is when you were growing up, you didn't have anything
MC
like.
the say your time. How much?
I am
difference
young.
Oh, okay.
Definitely, I'm younger than her. So
I
in
thought
my
maybe
time,
you are peers. Oh.
in my time, things are happening which never happened when you were growing up.
Got it.
Good. Now we have what we even call nasty stuff. We call like excuse my language, like hookup and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't happening in those days. So you should know we are in a new generation. We have a new generation.
But MC, are these things right?
That's the
Are
wrong.
we
To you might see
glorifying
it as it not being right because you love God and you go
No,
by the
let's-
principles
no,
of
we are
God.
glorifying
But
promiscuous
someone might
behavior.
also not believe in the existence of God nor believe in what the Bible says.
Their morals, their cultural
Morals because you are a Christian.
No.
No, even what
Oh,
society
even
agrees
society
on.
like wants us to get married. as
Currently,
virgins and all
society
that.
accepts anything.
No,
I mean,
we
if
don't.
society doesn't accept it, I mean, in the other parts of the world, we wouldn't accept different things that are being pushed on us currently to be accepted here.
in Rome, you do what Rome
But ladies, let me set the scene here just so that we don't go off track too much. Are we saying that a friends with benefits situation is something that is so alien? Isn't that also a form of, let's say, maybe even dating? Some friends with benefits will now branch into different types of relationships,
That's
but they
situationship.
start off in that manner. So is it always the case that dating starts off with, I met you at church, I like you? Are we saying that every situation starts off cleanly and finely, or are there some shady lines?
From what MC is saying, friends with benefit doesn't expect you to overstep your boundaries. Which
Okay.
means you are strictly supposed to go according to his rules or your rules.
Okay, there's no room for romance
No.
or romantic
So,
relationships.
and basically
Fine.
from last week, what he said, it's basically you dating someone else and having another person on the side.
It's another form of
Exactly.
friends
So
with
basically
benefits. Yeah.
it's cheating.
Mm-hmm.
We are just trying to modify the name and all that. It's
Got it.
cheating. If you are young, right, and you keep changing partners, I don't think there's any way you can be able to stick to one partner when you get married.
Never.
Because it becomes a norm.
Exactly.
MC DeSaint, you want to challenge
Yes,
that
I want to
notion?
challenge that. It's
All
never
right.
true.
I want to hear
Wasn't
from
there.
you.
Miss Judy, let me come in. You know, before you got married, I mean, we all should have a body count.
Yes.
I know our body count before we got married. We didn't stick to one partner before we got married. We had at least
Miss Judy, is
couple,
that true?
a couple of. It's normal.
But I'm
Well,
asking
it's
you, is
normal.
it true?
I know people. Let me tell you something.
What was your
I
body
lived-
count before?
Miss Judy, Miss Judy, I'm coming. I lived in La Paz all my life.
Yeah.
For over 20 years, I was in La Paz. I knew some of these girls who hook up girls, these street girls, and I can tell you one of them is having one of the best marriages now.
Wow.
I am telling you.
Regardless of whatever
Regardless of what, and
background.
the gentleman actually met her on the street. I am,
One in a thousand.
but it still happens. So it depends on you.
Rule doesn't
So you can still use it. It depends on who you are. It depends on your luck.
Yes, the same
can.
way that a lot
So
of
you're
them
talking
will
about
cheat.
luck here. But the bottom line that my young people out there, whoever is listening,
Yeah.
what we have to know is that it is not right. It should not be accepted. It should not be practiced.
It should not be encouraged
It should not be.
at all.
Oh, thank you, Judy. It should not be encouraged at all.
At all. You too can have your say. Join in the discussion. I've got two numbers that you can reach us on. We'll open up the phone lines 0559 242717. That's 0559 242717. You can also call us on 05691054. That's 0556910154. Give us a call. We'd love to hear your thoughts. I see the phone lines are already blinking. All right. Hello. Good evening. Oh, we've lost the caller. We've got a call on line 1. Hello, good evening. Ooh, what's going on? Keep trying us. I see the phone lines are blinking. 055 924 2717, or call us on 055 691054. We'd love to hear your thoughts. The phone line still blinking. We've got a call on line 1. Hello, good evening. Let me try again. Line 2. Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Who am I speaking with? Where are you calling us from, please?
All right, so this is Jason. I'm calling from Barry.
Nice to have you on the program this evening. I hope you're enjoying it.
Yes, I'm enjoying it.
Lovely. What are your thoughts on the subject? Friends with benefits, is it a do or is it a don't? Talk to us.
Okay, so it depends on your faith anyway, and then it depends on where you were nurtured as well. I believe it's a matter of an individual decision. So I decide to have friends with benefits with a matured person, and he or she says, okay, that's good to go. You just stay in your line. All you need to do as a matured person, the moment you realize it's going emotional, you advise yourself and you pull out. That's this and that. Or you sit the person down and talk to the person that tell it where things are going. I don't think I'll continue again.
Got it.
I mean, personally, yeah. So personally, to me, I'll go for friends with benefits regardless. However, like I stated earlier, it depends on the individual. That's basically that.
Now, I take it that you have been in a friends with benefits situation.
Okay.
Sorry, was that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay, and how did it eventually end? Did one party catch feelings? Was it an amicable ending, so you go your way, I go my way? Or was there drama at the end of the day?
Okay, it was almost a lady getting into it, and I just sat her down and I spoke to her about it, yeah.
Okay, did she take it well? Was she happy with the decision, or was there some drama?
There was a little drama in it.
I thought so.
Yeah, but we ended understandably. I just have to, when he ended, all I did was to block all other avenues that we would get in touch.
Okay.
About, I think, a year and a half, when I realized she's gotten someone else, then the friendship came back. However, the boundaries were still there.
Okay. Well, that's a very mature way to go about it. So thank you so much for sharing your experience with us.
All right, sure. Thank you.
I think that was a, very interesting perspective there. He talked about now the friendship is ruined essentially. So we were once friends. Now because of this, we're no longer friends. But he said once he sat the lady down and spoke to her, she was understanding of the situation, but he had to then block access, that way they don't fall into old patterns. It wasn't until after a year and a half later, when she had moved on, that he reached out so that they could try and establish a friendship. So what about even on the friendship angle? Maybe you guys were even co-workers or friends, or at least very cordial. You enter this relationship, and now are you able to go back to the way things are? I'll come to you, MC DeSaint. Is there a possibility, or is it always the case that once you are done with each other, you just discard each other? Is that how it is? Is it quite a disposable type of situation that once it's done, you just move on? You see the person in town, you are even strangers. Is that the culture of friends with benefits?
You realize from the onset, I keep hitting on the fact that you need to look out for someone who is matured enough and ready for such a relationship. I mean, when you are matured enough, you know what you are in for. When the time comes and you realize you are overstepping your boundaries, and then we have to cut it off, we are still friends. Yes, if you need my help in anything and I feel like I am in the position to help, why not? I'll do so. Definitely, I mean, we've had something to do intimately, so we're still good friends. If I need something from you and I feel I should ask and you're in the position to help, that's fine. You not being in the position to help doesn't make us enemies. There are friendships which ends not properly, even though they didn't move into a friends with benefit affair. So if the friendship would end, it will end. It doesn't matter how or what goes into it or what happened between you two. On pewasem, it will end. Exactly.
And isn't that a shame for that to be?
The word maturity doesn't go down with me.
Okay, break it down for us, Miss Judy.
Seriously.
Why is that?
Love has nothing to do with me falling for you. Has nothing to do with me being matured or not. It's a feeling. Once things hit things, there's a possibility I might overstep.
Miss Judy, that's because you are a natural lover girl. You know, they
Yes.
just blow small wind on your ears. Now,
Exactly. So
If
someone
I'm
like
ready,
you
that's fine,
is
but-
never made for
No,
such a relationship.
No.
Nobody was made for
Nobody.
that relationship.
No.
Nobody was made for. Nobody was made for it.
Some of us
Stop
are-
talking about our generation. Nobody was made for that
The
relationship.
lady basically from the caller,
Nobody was made
she
for it.
only accepted it because she doesn't have a choice.
of course.
And that's what we go through. You
Yeah.
accept things you are not ready for.
Mm-hmm.
Not because that's what you want, but you don't have a choice.
So,
You
ladies,
know
should we
yourself.
take some accountability? Daphne, I'll let you come in and then we'll pick up from here. Yes.
Yeah. Honestly, sometimes you actually really do have feelings for this guy,
Mm-hmm.
but then you feel like this guy is not ready. So and he is ready to settle for something like this, like friends with benefits, and you're
Mm-hmm.
willing to be close to him, thinking and having this
Hoping.
hope
That the
And
more time you
the
spend
more time
together,
you
the more
time
intimate you
open your
are.
legs, the more time you cook, the more time you do all those things.
You'll be
like,
earning some
you-
brownie points.
But then
Mm-hmm.
you actually shut yourself down because later on you realize that he's just in for their fun of it or for the sex. So yeah,
Got it.
like no one is meant to go through a friends with benefits, whether man or woman. One day, just one day, you will have feelings for someone. One person won't be ready, and the friendship will just be done. Like such beautiful friendship. Years that you've made to build a friendship, you just kill it just because of fun. Like, where does it take you?
Okay. So the question, I'm going to put a rhetorical question here.
Sure.
Should friends with benefits be encouraged? I have male friends that I grew up with. In fact, my best friends are all guys.
Hey,
Yeah,
I see.
And my husband knows them. In fact, one of them, Theodore, we grew up together. And this is a friend that we've been together for all these years, but we've never thought about that.
Okay.
He's married, I'm married, we all know like each other's partner, and we've never thought about it. When we all need time to talk about things that are affecting us in our homes, you know, because he's a guy, his wife, I'm a lady, my husband, maybe there are some things happening that he doesn't understand. There are things happening that I don't understand. We put it on the table, we discuss, and he will say, go home, go and do this, go and do that, and things will be better. And so I think friends should rather be there to support you to grow and not just to get into your ties.
Oh.
Friends should be there to support in your personal development, not into
They are
the
both wearing
ties.
yellow.
And so, MC, think about it beyond entering.
Wow, I think
That
we
is
need.
what
I think we
friendship
need to
should
go
be.
on a small break time. Okay, this class is getting so spicy. We need to go on a very quick break. Time check. It is Haniva. It is some 23 minutes to the top of the hour, 8 p.m. You're still live here on 3FM 92.7. This is Keeping It Real. We're keeping it all the way real with the topic of friends with benefits. This is part 2, but DJ Phil is on the ones and twos. He says, don't get it twisted.
Keeping it real with
you too can have your say on this very juicy topic about friends with benefits. Have you been in that situation? Do you advocate that people get into that situation? Is it something you would recommend? Is it a distraction? Should people just date with purpose? On WhatsApp, you can contact us. The number is 055 0052 One more time, it is 055 0052 Let's have all of your thoughts, your comments, your questions. Do keep them coming. Also, I'll announce the phone lines very, very shortly. We still would love to hear from you. I think our phone lines are sorted now, so your calls can come through. But this is still Keeping It Real with 3FM 92.7. I'm in the building with Miss Judy. I have also in the studio Teacher Jima. Hello. Best teacher, nationwide 2022. So you know it's no joke. I also have MC the Saint in the house, and he is advocating on behalf of those who participate in friends with benefits situations and giving us why he thinks it's something that if you're mature enough, you can navigate with ease. Daphne is also in the building. She has her phone out. Plenty documents. And for all of you who are connecting with us on the socials as well, thank you so much for your thoughts, your comments. Keep them coming. Lawrence, Larry, we see you. Benefits, wink, emoji. What does that mean? Tell us more. Keep your comments coming. A Dramine Pro Max, Annie. That's what we are talking about this evening. We're breaking it down, okay? We're keeping it real.
Oh, there's a Parkway also.
What's he saying on there? Let us know the
why
thoughts.
Is it that when the topic of friends with benefit comes up, all we think about is sex? Why?
Because I think that's the connotation, okay? We're not talking about the benefits of a lift to work or the benefits of a free lunch. We're keeping it real. Pakwesi, is that his name?
Yeah, Pakwesi.
Pakwesi, we're keeping it real, okay? That's why we're giving it to you hot like that. But ladies, is it time for us to take accountability? Because a lot of the commentary has been around, well, the guy, ladies don't catch feelings. But why do we agree? A lot of women, like Daphne said, will agree to a friends with benefits situation, knowing very well that they already have feelings for this person or want to be close, but they'll take it as a consolation prize, and they think that maybe if they work really hard or they do this, do cooking, whatever, it might change the scenario when they are just setting themselves up for failure. So women, are we ready to take accountability for how we behave in these types of situations? You know very well this is how you feel, but you accept that, and once you've accepted that, you go back on your word or you start crying. Should we be taking accountability? Daphne?
I very much 100% agree with you. We need to start taking accountability. The moment you know your worth, there is no way that you push yourself in that kind of position. The moment you know that like one day someone is going to come into my life, like if you like someone and the person is not liking you back, that's your cue for you to vamoose. Because at the end of the day, if the person doesn't like you back, the person is not going to make you a priority. You're going to keep looking like someone he can just explore every single time when he's in need of sex, and when he's done with you, he bounces. Like, you can't play a victim here. I'm really sorry to say, like, you need to take accountable. There's no way you can say I'm a victim. He said this. He went perfectly. You knew perfectly that this is what you were getting yourself into. You don't even know if the person likes you or not. Probably the person has stated facts that, you know what, I'm not in love with you, but maybe like we can be friends with benefits, and then maybe one day through. So it's a maybe situation, and 100% most of the times it doesn't end well because the guy is benefiting more probably.
And you think as a lady maybe you are not benefiting
He
much.
is benefiting more.
Where in this is the guy benefiting more than the lady?
Daphne, that's a legitimate question, because if we think about sex as something that is mutually beneficial for both parties, and women are, let's say sex isn't something that happens to you, you are a mutual beneficial agreements. So when you say that, break it down. What is it that is not benefiting the woman? Because the benefit that both have agreed on is pleasure. So if it's something that happens to both of them or with consent of both of them, how is the woman disenfranchised?
Let's take it to the expectations, Helen. The expectations. So the lady is expecting just. Okay, let's take it to the expectations, Helen. The lady is expecting emotional. She's expecting, protection and all of that. The man just wants sex. So he is being satisfied with what is going on because
There's
it's
an
just
agreement,
sex.
so they both agree.
Let her finish.
They both agree.
Daphne, have you concluded?
There is an agreement. You agreed. You knew what you were going in for. So there is nothing like you shouldn't even expect anything emotional or anything of sort of security stuff or something. No, just move according security for what?
But let me come into.
And before you do that, let me correct what she said earlier. There is I don't know why most ladies makes it look like it's only a gentleman who enjoys sex. These are two grown-up folks who are having fun. You are going to enjoy it. I am also going to enjoy it. Don't make it look.
It takes longer.
It takes longer. That is why you need someone who can properly. That is why you need someone who can properly work on you, for it to shorten the distance between you and I. So when you get a proper gentleman, you understand what I am talking about.
MC, if you see the way Teacher Jima is looking at you, you're gonna get some lashes.
I need to change my seat and move to the other side so she comes this way. So please don't make it look like gentlemen are the only ones who enjoy sex. It is both parties, please.
Okay, Mishri, I know you wanted to step in, please.
I think at the end of the journey, once you get attached to someone, you have sex once or twice, you lose track of protection. When something happens, the woman is the one who gets pregnant. Abortion comes in, or you become a single mom. One way or the other, you are the one losing.
Got it.
STDs, it affects us more than them. So I think at the end of it all, we stand a chance of losing more than them.
Emotionally, physically, all of that. Draining is, I think, Daphne, I'll come to that. It's that the draining aspect of it, that emotional investment that isn't returned, is what for women really fatigues them. Exactly. Maybe it's not even so much the pleasure side. Maybe that's beneficial, but it's the unrequited love, unrequited emotional support, the reciprocation. Jima, talk to us. Hey, teacher, Bremo, we are stubborn kids.
How can you expect reciprocation from something that you don't merit it?
MC the Saint, how?
Yes, Lord.
How do you expect to receive anything in return from something which is wrong in the first place?
They said is consenting, pleasurable.
I want to
People are stressing, Teacher Jima.
No, we are about over 30 million in this country.
Okay,
so
thank you. You've been talking about your generation.
No, I have said that thing because I just realized I am even older.
Okay, so, perfect.
Now, in this generation, what can we do to change the perception of the young ones coming? So they don't get themselves involved in it. So they don't end up crying like Daphne's friends come crying out to
Maybe
her.
it's even Daphne herself.
Yeah, I'm sure she's even been crying. What can we do? What can we do to save
Very
the young
emotional.
girls from MC?
MC says when they come to him, it's going to be fun.
It calls for collective direction. It calls for
Alright, order in the court. MC the Saint, swing the mic to you.
It calls for a collective effort. Miss Judy, let's push against this and save the young girls.
Right now, we have a demo.
I am not asking any young girl to come to me. I am the head of the Bachelors Association. Yes.
Ready to give pleasure.
Whatever it is, I am adventurous. I am young. I am wild. Okay? I am hardworking. So if I want to have fun, I am eligible too.
Can we eliminate the sex part from the fun? You can do other things.
What is fun without sex?
Really?
It's not fun. It's some film.
To me, it is part of it. I am spending on you. What do I get in return?
What are
I work so hard. I go out there, shout in the
MC,
microphone,
MC,
bring in money,
wait.
and you expect me to give the money out for free.
Marry and then take off your wife and sex your wife.
Not everyone came into this world to get married.
Stop doing it.
Some of us came here to have fun.
Sex is sacred.
How many people got married in the Bible?
Order in the court. All right. It's getting very contentious here. I'm muting all the microphones just for a quick second so we can get to some of our WhatsApp messages. Miss Judy, I'm coming right back to you. And thank you for that. Our WhatsApp line again is 055 00 52927. We're talking about friends with benefits and classes in session. This message says, hello, good evening. How are you all doing? Can we respond, guys?
Hello, we're doing good.
All right, the panel says they're doing amazing. He says, I'm learning something from your discussion. Keep it up. More fire. And I'm in need of a serious lady. Hey, Jason. Anyway, shooting your shots when you can. But thank you for tuning in. And this your number. Hey, Togbe from Medina. Wow. Miss Judy, I said I was coming to you, please.
From what MC said, basically when there's a transaction involving money and sex, we all know what it is called.
It's prostitution.
He's basically getting
teacher.
involved in things that he's not supposed to get involved
We've
in.
changed the name from prostitution.
That's what I'm saying. We are just
Either hookup or friends with
modifying.
benefits.
Whether it's hookup, whether
Promiscuity.
you change the name into whatever, it's still
Everything has been
prostitution.
modified now.
Including the Bible.
Exactly.
The Bible cannot be modified.
Hallelujah. Let me plug the phone lines again. You two can get involved in the conversation before we wrap up. 055924. I beg your pardon. 055-924-2717. That's 055-924-2717. Or call us on 055-6910-154. We'd love to hear from you. We'll squeeze in one or two before we say goodbye. 055-92 717. The phone lines are blinking. 055-6910-154. Get in touch. Let's know if you have been in a friends with benefits situation, if you advocate for it. I see the line is blinking. Nee from Teshi is on line 1. Nee, good evening to you. Hello, Nee, good evening. Hello. Okay, apologies for that, but the phone lines are still open. We can squeeze in a call or two before we bid you farewell. 055-924-2717 or call on 055-6910-154. Hello, we have lost that caller. Apologies, I'm not sure what's going on with the line. Second line is going off. We'll see if we can pick one or two calls before we vamoose. Guys, this is getting very spicy and I think we're learning a lot, and I can see that the divide is clear. Those that advocate for it and those who don't. We've got a call on the line. Hello, good evening. Yes. Hi, who am I speaking with, please? Where are you calling us from?
I'm Alex from University of Ghana.
Alex, you're on air. Let's hear you.
So 100% advocate for friends with benefits.
You say you are an advocate 100% for friends with benefits. Break it down for us. Why is that?
Yeah, I think, I don't know, I don't really recall the name, but then one girl was saying how sex is better.
Friends with benefits. I've got another caller on the line. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Who am I speaking with? Where are you calling us from?
I'm from Medina.
You're calling us from Medina. What's the name again, please? All right, you're on it. Take us away. What do you think about our topic this evening?
Friends with benefits.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You're on air.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
don't think there's an issue with friends with benefits if both parties are okay with it and they know how to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we should try as much as possible to limit our religious belief when it comes to this kind of things. Because you believe in something different and someone also believes in another thing. So we should just make it a general thing. You believe in something else, keep it to yourself. Some other person also believe in another thing. So thank you.
Thank you so much for that submission all the way from Medina. I know our phone lines are still blinking. We'll take one or two more before we wrap it up this evening. I've got Samuel from Oyarifa on the line. Samuel, good evening. What do you make of this evening's topic?
Okay, I think friends with benefit is cool because before you go into it, you know the rules in it. You know the do's and the don'ts. You can't tell me guys only enjoy the enjoyment of sex is only good
for the guys.
Yes, because most of the times the ladies you enjoy more.
Hey, sir.
It's true. Yes, because more than we did because
you know, noted.
Okay,
All right.
So if you tell me you are supposed to be careful. You know everything about sex. You know the negative aspect and the positive one. So if you are going into it, you should be ready for anything. You shouldn't go with your heart though.
You should leave your heart at home before you enter friends with benefits.
Sure. If only that's what you want.
Got it. I am critical. Thank you for that. Thank you for your contribution. We'll take our last caller, Seth from Jamestown. I only have a minute for you, so please make it short, sweet, and snappy. Good evening. Welcome to the program. What do you make of this evening's topic? Bro, for the dead, there's no ending. In any case, thank you so much to everybody who called us. We're very sorry that we couldn't get through. Next week, we'll be sure to connect with all of you. But do still leave us a message on WhatsApp. We're wrapping up now. We only have about 2 minutes to go. But guys, you have been very, very wonderful this evening. And I think this is one of those topics where Miss Judy, Jima, MC Desane, Daphne, we're going to have to agree to disagree because proponents of friends with benefits say that if you are mature, if you are careful, if you are responsible, you can enjoy yourself in a manner that doesn't hurt anybody else, and that is in the privacy of your own home. But of course, you have to think about the consequences, and all parties must also beware. Now, those that oppose the friends with benefits say that, especially as a woman, think about the repercussions. If you get pregnant in a scenario like that, it could be disastrous. You could get yourself heartbroken. There are all manner of diseases that women tend to sadly get more than men. Miss Judy, quickly before we go.
Let me read this message. So
yes.
The last message. Our friends with benefit is great, depending on who is benefiting. No strings. I mean, support.
Why, no.
Ken.
Shout out to you, Ken.
Interestingly, they're all boys.
They're all males. Teacher Jima, why are they doing this?
I'm surprised.
They do. In any case, guys, last one, MC Desane, and then I have to say goodbye. So we make way for the news at 8.
All right. So all I'll tell the youth out there, do what makes you happy. If that is what makes you happy, for someone like me, I am free, I am wild, I'm adventurous. I do what makes me, don't pull my mic. I do what makes me happy. So do what makes you happy. If that is what you want, be ready for any consequences. If that's not what you want, move out.
Move out.
And all I also want to say to end is that to all young people out there, remember, the future is waiting for you.
The future is
and
waiting
the future
for you.
stares. So whatever seed you're sowing now is going to blossom.
Amazing.
So good
stuff.
seeds.
Good seeds. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. It's been fantastic. Keeping It Real comes your way every Tuesday, 7 p.m. sharp for an incredible hour of thought-provoking conversation. We'll see you again next week, same place, same time. The news at 8 is up next.
Keeping It Real with AJ, Edith, and Helen on 3FM 92.7. Keeping It Real with AJ, Edith, and Helen on 3FM 92.7.